Look, if you a creator, you're gonna be all right, man. Even if you a small creator, you're gonna get this money. Let me show you something, right? The creator economy is blowing up. April 2026 trends and what's happening right now. The AI stuff is it's all gonna help us win, right? And I want to break this down. This survey is from 1,000 U.S. based creators. So it's for us in the U.S. If y'all in another country, my bad. I got you on the next one, right? Nearly half of the creators are still under 10,000 a year, but 46% now earn between 10 and 100,000. Only 5.7 clear six figures. So first of all, you gotta understand if you're a creator and you're not making 100 bands from your content creation, you are okay. If you make over $5,000, you getting there. You feel me? Like I think it's sometimes very easy for us to be in our heads about that stuff. Don't get in your head about it, right? The trajectory is what's crazy though. The survey creators, over half reported that they are growing, right? That they're growing and they're making more money, right? The creators who cross in that $50,000 to $100,000 tier are increasingly treating their channels the way editors treat a beat, building a defined audience, maintaining a consistent voice, and pursuing long form brand relationships. That's the key. Long form relationships. This is why I talk about partnerships so much. I think having those long term channel partners is how you get that base of 50K to 100K a year a lot easier, right? Where if you're trying to always scramble for new brands and new partnerships, it's like you're always starting at zero. But if you got one brand that you know is going to pay you, you know, let's say 2,500, $3,000 a month, that adds up. That adds up over time. And you can build a foundation off of that. If you're getting 5K a month from one brand, that's a foundation. That's what we want, right? The report, which also analyzed 5 million creator accounts across Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, found that the 25-34 age group is now the dominant audience segment on all three platforms. This isn't the teen creator economy anymore. So for all the people who feel like they're too old, this is proof that no, like, or you feel like you too old, it's not the teens no more, man. Look, if you can talk to this group right here, you're gonna win. You're gonna be all right. So this is another big thing. The brands are shifting from micro to macro and dropping celebrities. For 2026, 92% of marketers say they plan to work with both macro influencers, 100K to 500K, to micro influencers, 5,000 to 100,000. This is why I'm also bringing on these influencers who do work in this space, right? There are a couple in fashion, fitness, makeup, everything who are in this kind of range who are getting to the bag. And I want to highlight these people to show you as a creator that even if you don't have a massive audience, you can still get to this money. The most followers I have on social is on Twitter on X, and I have like over 7,000, and I'm not even super active on there, and I still get brand deals all the time. So this is to show you that it is 100% possible. Like this is why the logic is straightforward. Bigger creators have the reach, but not the engagement. IAB data shows that the sharpest growth in creator spend is coming from paid amplification of content beyond social media, projected to jump to 56%, 11.1 billion. Damn. See, the money is there for us, dog. Like, I feel sorry for people who are not taking content creation seriously, man. Like, you don't want to at this point. I don't know what to tell you. You missing out. AI is reshaping creator workflows and partnerships. Over the past 12 months, 79% of marketers increased ad spend on generative AI creator content. That same share plans to do it again next year, and 77% say they'll shift budgets away from traditional creator marketing towards AI generated content. Don't get nervous. Don't get nervous. They still need you. They still need you, bro. Now, for editorial and content professionals, this trend is practical implication. It does not get enough attention. The brands investing in AI tools will still need human strategists to brief them. Who are they going to hire? If you're an expert in a specific market and you have an audience in a specific market and they're trying to use AI to get to that market, they still might hire you to do that. They might still hire you as a brand strategist and then have you do all the AI stuff. It's a possibility, right? About 62% of creators told Influencer Marketing Factor they're worried about increased competition from virtual influencers, and 59% are concerned about 50. You know, I get the saturation part. I do get that, but I don't think you should be focused on that because the truth is, once people know that that is AI, they're not going to pay attention to it. If you can focus on the engagement that only us humans can do, you're going to be all right. Focus on that because that's what you can control. New platforms are competing for creator loyalty, right? And this just goes into the monetization program, right? and how they're paying people. And I'm against some of this stuff only because I don't think that you as a creator should rely on any of these platforms only to get paid. I don't think that's smart. I think the smart thing is to have income source from your own products and services, from some brands you work with, and then getting paid from the platform should be like third on the list. For me, I would argue that if you can get paid from Instagram, Facebook, even YouTube AdSense, that should be third on your income level as a creator. I'm focused more on my products, services, and then ad revenue. Because when you rely on that, you're not making no money. And they can trick with the algorithm, they can hide your account and stuff. We see it happen all the time. I don't think that's a smart way to be a creator. South by Southwest put creators at the center of marketing conversations. 100%, 100%. Right? So you as a content creator got to understand it's a lot of opportunity out here for you, man. Like, look at this. Creator economy ad spend to reach 37 billion in 2025. Right? And this is articles from a few months ago, about 6 months ago now. But this is a really good forecast for what it looks like, right? And just a breakdown. I put these in the description down below, so you can kind of go through it. Brands leverage content across the funnel, right? While brands leverage creator campaigns most often for awareness and reach, the study found sales is also among their top campaign goals. Building awareness, new audiences, enhancing brand reputation. I think that's a big one. And then driving sales. So pretty much no matter where you are in the space of content creation, if you're serving a specific market and solving a specific problem, you can get paid. This is why it's so important to be a trusted source, as a creator, because the brands can come to you for any one of these four things. That's why your audience size doesn't matter that much. Because if you have the trust of the market and you got 6,324 followers, they look at you and say, okay, you don't have 100,000, but for that 6,000, we'll pay you something, And I think that's how you work your way up. You continue to build. Creator challenges, one size does not fit all. While creators have proven to be powerful partners, helping them connect with audiences and drive meaningful engagement, there are still challenges to find the right ones. A key friction point remains in identifying the right creators to partner with, as a third of brands considered their biggest hurdle. According to the study, more than half of brands said creator reputation and audience alignment are among the top criteria when selecting a creator to align with their brand. Demonstrating that credibility and relevance define effective partnerships. That is huge. That's what I mean. That's why audience alignment is so damn big. Like, I think if you're a creator now, you should literally list out 3 different buckets that your content is for, right? And every time you make content, when you sit down to interview somebody, if you putting out a short video, if you writing a blog post, a newsletter, you need to make sure it aligns with one of those 3 buckets. Like, I have my show Next Round Ready, right? My brand is focused on helping startup founders raise capital. I interview investors like angel investors, venture capitalists. I interview other startup specialists like go to market specialists and all the pitch experts and stuff like that, the hiring specialists, all of those people. And then I also interview founders. So I kind of created this ecosystem within my brand. So now, if you are a bank that wants to sell to them, if you are a lawyer that wants to sell to them, you can work with me because I have the attention of these founders, right? That's the key, is that alignment. So if it's not something that can serve a startup founder, we don't fit. And I like being that focused because it's not just small businesses, it's not even just startups, really. It's really the startups who are starting out, who are in that early phase, who are pre-seed and seed, not series A and beyond, not those big companies. It's the smaller ones in the beginning because it's a specific type of company that wants to work with them. I think that kind of specificity is very important. You got to get that. The creator marketing ecosystem is still highly fragmented with varying partnership models, siloed budgets, and limited standardization. Right? It's hard for them, man. It's really hard for them. And obviously, it still goes back into the AI thing, But I think, again, you as a creator, don't get worried about AI too much. Focus on what you can control. But we can see from both of these articles that it is so important for you to be dialed in, focus on solving a specific problem on a particular market, all of that. Put your energy into that part. That's what's going to lead to profitability. It's not about putting out as much content, spamming the algorithm, chasing followers. No. If you can focus on a specific market, I would argue that your followers won't even matter as much. They won't. Because now if you have that 5K, I think it used to be like 10,000. I think 5,000 is where you really get popping, bro. 5,000 is where profitability is so much more realistic for you and easier to obtain. And I think that 5,000 mark is easier for a lot of founders or creators to reach versus that 10K. So just wanted to show y'all some of this stuff, man. You are not behind. You are not falling off. Just stay locked in, bro. It's going to work out.